Now, though, my next guest achieved 10 top 10 singles and sold over 12 million records worldwide with his band The Wanted before going it alone. And now, 8 years after his debut solo album, Nathan Sykes is back with new music.
Can't say I thought I'd ever watch you go. Try to be perfect, put on a show. Though I'm not crying, I'm not alright. Want it forever, ran out of lives. Guess it's time to say goodbye.
Well, and that song, Time to Say Goodbye, is about Nathan's former bandmate, Tom Parker. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
That song is the last song on your new album, isn't it?
It is.
It must have been really hard and maybe even cathartic to write it now.
It was amazing to write it. It felt incredible to be in a room and in such a safe space where I could really open up. It was actually the first song I wrote for the album.
Was it?
Yeah, and it was just before the last tour that we did. And it was about that acceptance that a chapter is going to inevitably come to a close, and processing that and having the space to be able to create that. And it goes from a really intimate place into like a really big kind of dramatic end.
To the song?
Yes.
Yeah, amazing.
But it was really special to be able to write, and it was a bit like a therapy session.
Yeah,
really helped.
and I was listening to the album this morning on the way into work, and actually, Ultraviolet is I think, is that the name of the album?
Yeah.
Beautiful, really funky, upbeat, great
so
vibes.
much.
Like, I loved it.
Oh, thank you.
So I wouldn't want people to think that the whole album is like that song, because it's not. But that is a very specific sort of tribute, in a way, your personal.
There's a switch.
There's a real
through.
switch in it.
Yeah.
And it's really interesting because there's so much. You're married.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
We saw you debuting. Well, this wasn't on Pride of Britain, by the way. I was just about, that would have been quite a moment. This is you, at Pride of Britain. Tell us a bit about your lovely wife.
Well, Charlotte's amazing. I think she's going to get some stick in the office that she's just been laid out in a bikini.
I know.
On morning TV. Look at it. Oh, there she is again.
Does she work in music? Is she in your industry?
No, she works in HR.
She works in HR. Well, there you go.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Yeah.
She's absolutely incredible. She's got such an amazing music brain. She's like a human jukebox.
I love that for you.
Yeah, no, I love her dearly. She's incredible.
Well, and what's interesting is, I say it's been a big week because, as we've been saying as our introduction to you, you've been diagnosed with autism. Is that right? So just explain that, because for partners that can then explain quite a lot. And tell us a bit about why that has helped you also understand your emotions at losing Tom.
Yeah, and I think the diagnosis was a massive help in me understanding myself and being able to process that and I think accept myself, because I think for so long I've always felt that there's a part of me that I didn't quite understand, and I've said no to so many opportunities because I didn't know kind of how I work in certain situations, and I always felt quite unpredictable. But I think once the diagnosis happened, I hope you're over there.
That's okay.
I hope they're okay.
But also what you say is that what I thought this was a really interesting phrase, that you understood why you couldn't find your emotions, like you're searching, even in grief.
Yes.
You were going, where is it? And you sort of took therapy to go, well, where? I know I miss him and I know I'm devastated, but I can't feel it somehow in my body. Yeah. Is that right? I thought that was a really brilliant description.
Yeah.
What it might feel like to have autism.
Yeah, because I think with autism, everyone experiences it differently. So everyone will react differently in different situations. It's not one size fits all. But for me, I struggle to understand emotions and read like emotional cues.
Which is interesting because you're a musician, so that's all about tapping into emotion and sort of expressing.
Yeah, so it comes from I have to kind of work slightly differently as a writer to be able to get the best out of me. But I think since the diagnosis, it's allowed me to put myself in a position where I'm like, oh, I can actually have conversations now and say yes to things that I wouldn't have said yes to before.
What did you turn down?
So many things.
Go on, what's the biggest thing you turned down that if you could turn the clock back, you'd say yes?
Probably couldn't say with, you know, NDAs and all that sort of stuff. I get in so much trouble.
Oh, right, OK, hang on. You're not allowed to contractually say what you've turned down?
No, probably.
But, like, really big sort of...
Yeah, some amazing opportunities.
Yeah, that would have
like both here and in America.
Oh, right, big opportunities in America.
Yeah, so I was like, you know what, I just
Well,
didn't
there's
feel
still time.
comfortable.
Now that you are in your own safe space...
You have the understanding. And even, like, today, you can make the adjustments and being able to come to the studio beforehand and just familiarise myself from, like, a sensory point of view with the lights and all that sort of stuff.
Wow. And so it's remarkable because all your fans will have seen you with The Wanted up there on stage and have had no idea, and I presume you had no idea, but you said that at the time you did feel quite isolated in the band, probably because of you didn't quite understand why you weren't able to experience everything in the same way.
And I think there was a big age gap as well, but I think one of the things that came up during my assessment is that I'm absolutely amazing at masking. So I've lived so long kind of behind a front and a mask, and I'm very good at giving people what they expect me to give them.
Absolutely.
So it's just kind
like
of
an extreme level of people-pleasing kicks in.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I'll go above and beyond to please people, sometimes to my own detriment.
So interesting.
But it's great, like, you know, like, even like in working environments, like I'm doing some tour dates next week in London and Manchester. And just making those small adjustments to make it a really safe space for me to work, it allows me to work at my best.
I think lots of people watching will resonate with so much of what you've said. And I think it's quite brave to come out and say, you know, look, I have this and, you know, and I'm a musician and I can make adjustments. I just think it's brilliant. So, and your album is beautiful. I really, really enjoyed it. So congratulations.
I really appreciate it.
And I hope the tour goes really well.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's lovely to see you.
Thank you.
Nathan's new album, Ultraviolet, is out now.